Hello everyone and welcome to Thoughts and Review for a pay-per-view. This time we are reviewing and talking about Survivor Series. And we'll just kick this straight off with the pre-show match, which was a 18-man dual battle royal. It had John Morrison, Kalisto, Rey Mysterio, Humberto Carrillo, Angel Garza, Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, Shelton Benjamin, Apollo Crews, Buddy Murphy, Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler, Shinsuke Nakamura, Elias, Jeff Hardy, Chad Gable, Dominic Mysterio, and The Miz. That was the order of eliminations too. So, yeah, The Miz won. It was a good match, I guess. It was alright. The ending of it was quite cool. Miz had been tossed over the top rope, rolled back in only just, and Dominic drop-kicked him out. Then Dominic got rid of Chad Gable eventually, and as Dominic thought he won, Miz dumped him over. But yeah, so that was pretty good. Miz won. That's fine, whatever. I thought he'd win. If you saw my playthrough of the match card, I did a 8-man battle royal, and yeah, he won. So yeah. Then we kicked the show off with the 5-on-5 men's match between Raw and SmackDown, which was Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Strowman, and Riddle versus Owens, Jay, Corbin, Rollins, and Otis. This was a good match. I guess I'll go through the way that it went. Seth Rollins was out first when he offered himself up to Sheamus. Just sort of knelt down and went, "This is for the greater good. Do your part." Sheamus bro kicked him 1, 2, 3. Then Kevin Owens went by AJ Styles. Then Corbin went by Riddle. Otis then went by Strowman, and Jey Uso by Keith Lee. So everyone got a elimination, and nobody on Team Raw was eliminated, which is fine. So if we're looking at the predictions here, 1 point to me because we didn't do the pre-show because it hadn't announced who was in it. So there was no way I could ask people to pick people if we don't know who's in it. Then, oh yeah, that's right. Then we got the Street Profits versus the New Day, which was another really, really good match. Possibly match of the night, actually. Let me just have a look at the rest. Yeah. Either that or the main event. Yeah. Although the women's champions matches was pretty good. But yeah, so the Profits beat the New Day. Another really, really good match. Yeah, they won. It was really good. They worked over Ford. Ford was awesome, like always. And yeah, so that was great. Also, I get a point for that because I picked Profits. Jack lost the predictions title at that point because me and him had 3 different, which I believe was he had SmackDown for the men's, New Day here, and I think he had Sasha, and I had Asuka. So I'd won because he couldn't come back, so he'd, yeah. Then we move on to Lashley versus Sammy. Lashley had the Hurt Business with him. The longer match than what I thought it was going to be, but the result was always Bobby Lashley wins, and he did by submission with the Hurt Lock, or the Full Nelson, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, yeah. Then we moved on to the SmackDown Women's title against the Raw Women's. Sasha beat Asuka, which was surprising. That match was, I don't know, it wasn't 50-50 in my mind. It was more 70-30. I could see Sasha winning, but I didn't think it was going to happen. It wasn't like a 50-50, like, yeah, it was just maybe, maybe not. But yeah, Sasha did win. I believe it was with a roll-up or something. But yeah, no, it was a really good match as well. Yeah, it was pretty good. Then we got the women's 5-on-5, which Raw had Nia, Shayna, Lana, Lacey, and Peyton against SmackDown's Bianca, Ruby, Liv, Bayley, and Natalia. And I guess we'll go through it like I did the last time. Bayley was the first eliminated by Peyton Royce. Then Peyton went by Natalia. Then Natalia went by Lacey. Then Ruby went by Shayna. Lacey by Liv. Liv by Nia. Shayna got herself disqualified. Nia and Bianca both got counted out at the same time, leaving the sole survivor, Lana. Yeah. Now I'm going to get into this a bit more. So, Peyton getting rid of Bayley was surprising. I actually thought she might have stuck around a little bit longer. Maybe even gotten rid of Natalia. But no, she didn't. Yeah, that was surprising, and it's actually made me think that maybe Peyton could be getting a bit of a push. Bianca as well. But yeah, so the whole thing was that Lana wasn't to be tagged into the match. Eventually she tagged herself in. Didn't get eliminated and stayed in there long enough to be tagged back out. Then she was told, stand on the stairs, which she did, until it came down to Nia and Shayna and her against, I think it was just Belair at that point. And they told her, no, stay on the stairs. So she did. And eventually, Shayna got herself disqualified by locking in the Kirifuda clutch, and Bianca passed out over the bottom rope, and yeah, she just didn't let go of the hold and got disqualified. Nia and her then fought and eventually took it outside. I thought that what they were going to do was have Nia be eliminated by countout and Bianca got back in just to give SmackDown the win there, which is what I needed to become the champion. I needed her to win and Roman to win, and it would have been a tie. But no, that's not what happened, because Raw won with Lana being the sole survivor, which means yes, I am not the champion. It is a tie, and we will find out who the champion is in about an hour and 15 minutes roughly. By the time this goes up, maybe I would have already found out. Who knows? Probably not. But yeah, so it was a good match. Don't agree with Lana winning. But I know I screwed myself in the predictions with this pick in particular, because I have a horrible track record, right? When it comes to a match with Natalia in it, either I pick her and she loses, or B, I don't pick her and she wins. Now, I looked at this and went, oh, well actually, I picked it before she joined the team, knowing that she was probably going to join the team. But I still picked it before she joined the team. And then she joined the team. And I lost because I had her team. So, now, I already said that I was never picking Natalia again, because not only do I not like her, not only do I think she's not that good of a wrestler, but she always loses when I needed to win, and she always wins when I needed to lose. So I'm not picking her. And then obviously I picked her. But for now on, for 100% sure, never ever picking Natalia again. If I ever pick Natalia in the predictions ever again, right, let me know in the comments of that predictions video and say you meant to pick them instead of Natalia. Right, if I happen to somehow pick her, which I shouldn't, but I probably will, who knows, let me know so I can change my pick from her. Like, it's not even changing it, it's just I didn't mean to pick her. For some reason I did, but I didn't mean to. So, just let me know so I can change it. Yeah, that's really it. Screw Natalia, and we'll move on to the main event, which was Roman versus Drew, and it was an awesome match. Toward the end, Roman sat there and went, "You ain't never seen this, Joe. You ain't never seen this shit before." Talking to Samoa Joe, who was on commentary, which was quite funny, because Drew took Roman to the limit. Took him to the limit, and Roman couldn't believe it. He even said during the match, "This isn't the same Drew I have faced. Or he faced in the past," whatever it was that he said. But it was something to that effect. Yeah, no, it was really, really good. Drew almost won. Drew would have won, but the ref got taken out. And that allowed a low blow, and then Jay to hit a super kick, and then Roman to lock in the guillotine. And at that point, another referee had come down, and Roman Reigns won by submission. Well, Drew passed out. It's whatever. Roman was always winning. In my mind, at least, he was always winning. Whether it was Randy or it was Drew, he was always winning. Bit surprised that Miz didn't try to cash in. But, I guess, after the match, Drew had started to get up. He'd started to get up pretty much straight after the match. Like, Roman had started walking up the ramp and Drew was starting to get up, so I don't know, I thought that maybe Miz would just come running down past and bang, but no, he didn't. But yeah, it was a really, really good match. Reigns put McIntyre through the announcers table, speared into a barricade, and that still wouldn't put him down. So then we go to what closes the show, which is The Undertaker's farewell. And before that, we get everyone that's helping say farewell to Undertaker. So we've got guys like Rikishi, Hunter, Shawn, Nash, a few of the BSK members, the Godwins, the JBL, Booker, a whole bunch of people, Kane. So we had all them there, and then we sort of cut away again, and then when we cut back, we cut away to a promo package for Undertaker. We cut back, Vince is in the ring, and he was just saying, all good things have to come to an end, and Undertaker's legacy will live forever, blah blah blah. Then we cut again, and the Undertaker comes out. And by cut, I mean we cut to the entrance ramp, because Vince introduces Undertaker, and then Vince just disappears. Taker comes out eventually, and just says that now it's time that he lets the Undertaker rest in peace. And that was it. Taker then left. No Fiend, no nothing, which was a surprise. I thought the Fiend would have shown up just to set up a match at Mania, because you'd think that they'd want a match at Mania and whatnot, but no, nothing. So, yeah. But that was Survivor Series, my thoughts and a review for Survivor Series. Overall, it was a pretty good show. If I had to give a ranking or rating from 1 to 10, 7? It was good. There was nothing wrong with it, other than the fact that I got a couple predictions wrong, which is why it's not a 10. And, well, I mean, that's not just the only reason why it's not a 10, but does factor in. If I win, then that will obviously up it. So even if it's the biggest piece of shit pay-per-view ever, if I win the belt, then my rating of it will probably go up a little bit. But yeah, it's a 7. I think most people will agree with that. It wasn't bad. It wasn't, it wasn't awesome. It was just good. It was pretty good. It was, yeah. It was just not bad, it was better than alright and decent and whatever. It was, yeah, good, pretty good, whatever. 7 out of 10. But yeah, so that was thoughts and review for pay-per-view. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Follow the Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. Links to those are in the description. Also, I am about to go on Twitch to record Supercard, so go and check that out. And other than that, thanks for watching. Goodbye and good night.